Okie dokie. So, I've been trying to figure it out. Why are so many people opposed to looking at third party candidates? Being that I was looking at Andrew Yang and doing the math, I get it. I get the math. But the reality of the matter is, Howie Hawkins said it the best in the interview that I watched the other day. This is the time for a protest vote. It's always the time for a protest vote. How in the world is everybody running around in the street telling the supposed government that you're sick and tired of police brutality and all this other crap, but you won't tell the government that you're sick and tired of their brutality? You're okay with the government not giving you a stimulus check? You're okay with the government bailing out businesses, even though now businesses aren't even going to be hiring people anymore? So the job that you had before this bull crap, you won't even be able to go back to that? You're not going to say that you're sick and tired of being put on the back burner when the government's supposed to be protecting you from all threats, foreign and domestic? For real. That's really what the government's supposed to be for, to protect you from threats, foreign and domestic. This pandemic is domestic. It is attacking us here, not somewhere else. And yet, you can protest in the streets for police brutality, but you won't go to the ballot box and protest government brutality. You're telling them that it's okay for them to mistreat you. You're telling them that it's okay for them to ignore you. You're telling them that it's okay for them to use the news media to manipulate your choices. Why aren't all presidential candidates broadcast on all TV networks? Why has it been like that forever? Why aren't they being taken seriously? It's a control dynamic. If you keep on thinking that the third parties are irrelevant, then of course you're not going to think that you could actually vote for them. But why is it that only 2% of the population know that they can? Half the population don't. That's about the number of people who did not vote the last time around. It's always about half the population who don't vote. Why is that? They've been thoroughly brainwashed to believe that they can't. I'm constantly fielding arguments from people telling me that a third party candidate is not viable. It's circular thinking. They're not viable because you're not voting for them. That's it. Viability is based on your vote. Viability is based on your vote. It's that simple. So if they keep on telling you constantly, oh, well, it's a close race between Joe Biden and Trump, and they never tell you that Joe Jorgensen is on a flippin' bus tour around the country trying to let you know that she's still in the race, then of course that's all you're going to believe. They don't tell you these things on purpose. Aren't you sick of it? Aren't you tired of being manipulated? Honestly, it's ridiculous. If I, a poor person, can figure this crap out, why can't you? Why can't you? Am I crazy? Am I stupid? Am I the one that's brainwashed? But I think that I can vote for somebody else, and I'm not going to be convinced otherwise? I'm the one that's stupid, even though I seem to be the only one that understands how the system works. Let's think about that for a second. Let's ruminate on that for a little bit. It's ridiculous that all the stereotypes associated with poor people seems to be that we're stupid. But we're not. Everybody that lives in public housing is not stupid. Everybody that lives in public housing is not on welfare because they're lazy. They're on welfare because their jobs pay crap. We're on welfare because our employers think that paying a good wage is a problem. Or they simply can't afford it because they might work for a small business. That's just so messed up on so many levels. Why is it that it's got to be like that? Why can't people just keep acknowledging them as being people? That right there is exactly why I am a libertarian. Because libertarians are compassionate. They want people to be actually free. Not pretend to be free. Not given the illusion of freedom. But actually giving the choice. When you have choice, you are truly free. When you're told what your choices are, do you really believe that you're free? You've been told. You weren't actually said, oh, well, here's your options. You can think for yourself. And that's why I hate the Democrats. They try to say, oh, well, poor people, they need our help. No. Not to that extent. Not to the point where you treat us like children and you talk down to us as if we're incompetent and we can't make a rational decision on our own. We don't need that kind of help. No, we don't. We didn't ask for that kind of help either. And it's an insult for you to pander to me that way. And I assure you, I am not the only one that thinks that way. But you know, there are some who are just like, well, we have to vote blue no matter who because they're the ones that are really trying to help us. No, they're not. They need you. They need you to keep them in power. They get paid from your tax dollars. They get paid from your tax dollars. What do you get paid while you're struggling? Nothing. You're working hard to pay those millionaires in Congress. That's kind of messed up. You get paid to have anxiety about how you're going to take care of yourself. And even worse, your children. That's messed up. Let me see, can I get this to actually curl? I am really bad at this comb twist stuff. I have no idea how to do it. I am not good at it at all. I think I did it. Oh, I think I did it. I think I did it. I think I did it. Oh, suck it now. Yay! I got one. I've been trying to do that for a long time. Anyway. Okay, so I guess it just takes a little bit of practice. Okay, so we're going to put some cream on there. We can see if we can do that again because that was good. over here. I'm sorry, this is remarkable right now. I have not been able to do this. And I have been trying really, really hard to get these little comb twists together. And I finally did it. Oh my gosh, I did it. I did it. I did it. I did it. Okay. So, let's see here. I guess I should put this on the whole section and then I'm going to keep on going because this is too much fun. Okay. So. But that's basically all I had to say. Why is it so hard for people to accept the fact that they actually have a choice and you don't have to be dictated to as to what that choice truly is? And you can actually have a real say over your life. So, I repeat, please look into Howie Hawkins and Joe Jorgensen and see if they're a better choice for you. And if enough people realize that they do not have to vote for Trump or Joe Biden, we can vote Trump out and actually get what we want. A leader of this country that's actually going to do what we want them to do. And I'm going to let you know right now, Mitch McConnell is up for re-election. A lot of people are up for re-election. And we can vote their butts out too. But you know what you need to do? You need to look up who is running for Congress in your state. You need to do it. I can't do it all for you. I don't know where you live. I'm doing it because I'm getting ready to vote all them fools out. Every last one of them. I don't care if I'm the only one that does it. I'm voting my values. And I'm not compromising my integrity for anybody. Period. I'm not giving away my power. I know I'm the one that's in control. I know why I live here. I live here because in 2008, my construction management business went kaplunk. That's why I live in public housing. But I'm not going to keep on being browbeaten and manipulated into doing something that I know is not best for me and my family. And there is nothing you can say or do to convince me otherwise. As far as I'm concerned, you are a manipulated puppet if you think that you can tell me that Joe Biden is best for me. You're not a manipulated puppet if you honestly believe Joe Biden is the best for you. So let me get that straight right now. Just because you want to vote for Joe Biden doesn't mean that I think that you're a puppet. But if you're trying to tell me just because I'm poor or let me correct that, just because I live in public housing, that he's best for me. Because he's supposed to be working for me. No. Uh-uh. That's it.